Hello class and welcome to Summer 2026 Introduction to Cultural Anthropology. For this course, it is not required for you to have any prior experience in any other anthropology courses, as this is just a general introduction where we explore various cultures and try to point out the differences and similarities that we have as humans. So the intention of this course is to encourage you to go beyond sometimes what we face as cultural anxieties. And in other cases, it may lead to fear of other people from other countries, as we refer to as xenophobia. So cultural anthropology dives in to try to understand what makes people different. Their belief systems, their environments, from their language to their foods, to the way they are raised, etc. But also always try to come back and find what makes us similar in this human experience. And so you'll find that cultural anthropology is very useful in any field of study, as it helps you navigate this world. And hopefully this course encourages you to explore a little bit deeper, as since this is a fast-paced course, I have reduced some of the topics to just fit in our timeline and not overwhelm you. Hopefully you can explore options to travel abroad. I highly encourage all my students to always seek research grants or opportunities to spend a summer abroad and experience those type of experiences really change your perspective once you're able to stay in a place for beyond the tourist experience and really settle in and see how everything functions and moves and people live. So a brief introduction to my experience in doing field work. I specialize in the Yucatan Mayans. My work as a graduate student specialized in documenting millenarian movements that were taking place at the time. Millenarian movements is where people are kind of preparing for a certain time. Now this time could be the end of the world, or it could be a full new beginning. And so my work focused on documenting the 2012 end of the Mayan calendar movement. And I was very fortunate to, throughout my undergrad years and graduate years, to seek various grants and be able to live abroad in the Yucatan Peninsula and work among various Mayan communities. And because of that, I was able to establish a network and be able to document when 2012 came about. And since then, I've still followed through to the changes that have taken place. I go back there very, as often as I can, usually spend a couple of weeks to a month. In the Yucatan, you could call it like my second home. But for this class, I will be just briefly introducing certain experiences that I had, where, I'll share my certain, culture shocks and just dive into some of the things that I saw as well. But I will not be, there's no time to really go into my research findings in this case. All right, so enough with that. Let me introduce you to the class and how you can gain access to all this information. Everything is already set up in Blackboard and very easily accessible. So first we'll start with our syllabus. Let me open this up for you. Okay, so our class begins today, July 6th, and it ends on August 9th. If you need to reach me, you can reach me by email. Allow me at least 24 hours to respond. I will be checking my emails daily. For this class, it's not required for you to buy a book. we have just one required reading, which is an article report, and it's already uploaded. I'll show you in a minute where it is. And it's an article on Day of the Dead. And so it does like a comparison study of Day of the Dead and Halloween and so forth. So let's see, this is a strictly online class for 3 credit hours. And it's all video lectures. I will show you in a second how to access these video lectures. And the way I have divided this class, I divided it just in 3 sections. The first part 1, is just general introduction, where I will cover some why culture is important and examples from that. And so you'll see videos 1 through 4 that covers this whole area of general introduction and methods and approaches and why culture is important. And you'll have your first exam. It'll be due by July 15th. Now, at any time you can turn these in earlier, but that is just the deadline for these exams. The second part of the class, we will dive into body art and religion. So body art and modifications, you'll have 2 lectures on these. So you'll have 2 videos, session 1 and session 2, regarding examples of body modification. And then we're going to dive into more on religious topics. So death rituals, ancestor worship, religious healing. So from here, for part 2, I want you to see for body art 1 and 2, and then from the religious course, it'll be 3 videos, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and it's divided there. I'll show you in a second. And then the final part of the class is a continuation of religion, of this topic, death rituals, ancestors worship, etc. And the videos that you are to complete here are 4, 5, 6, and a documentary for number 7. And your article report, everything is already uploaded. I'll show you right now the questions, the exams are already available for you to access. The article report is due on August 3rd. And then your final exam is on August 6th. Some important days for you to know. Let me see. Oh yeah, how grades are divided. Let me get back to that. Okay, so here's the details of how the grades will be distributed. So every exam is worth 25% of the grade, and then the article report is worth 25% of the grade. And here are some important calendar days for you to know. Of course, today, July 6th, is when our class starts. August 3rd is the last day to drop or withdraw, and then August 6th is the final exam. Now, as I mentioned, everything is already uploaded, and even here in the syllabus, I included the detailed information for your article report, which is 25%. It's the name of the article. I'll show you in a moment how to access it, and the questions are already here. This is, I expect, based, I have about 5 questions here. Best to answer them with the greatest detail from the article, and you'll get anywhere on average about 4 pages, could be more, but I'm looking for about 4 pages, double space, 12 font. Okay, there is extra credit, not a requirement, but if you feel that you're going to need a little boost, or maybe after the first exam, if you feel you need to, just improve your grade, or maybe just guarantee your grade, you are welcome to do any of the credit assignments. I posted several there, and each of them is 10 points. So feel free to take advantage of those. Okay, so as I mentioned, the exams are 25% of, there's 3 exams, and they're all in essay format. All the exams are going to come from answering questions based on the lectures. And because of this, it's very important that I clarify, for this class, I do not allow AI. And the reason we do not allow AI for this course is because we want you to have this experience. We want you to have this reflection, to be able to, obviously answering these questions reflects that you saw the videos and you saw the course. But most importantly for me is that you're able to understand it and be able to reflect this. And if by using AI, we feel that it's, you're letting AI pretty much do your analysis for you. And I understand AI is becoming very prevalent and used in other classes, especially for something more tech. But in this course, it's about having a cultural experience. And I want you to really dive into those details. Also, some of these things that we cover in these lectures, from personal experiences to analysis of cultures, they're not going to be very clear in AI yet. So it's very obvious when you use it, and using AI is an automatic disqualification. So I am not strict on your grammar or on how you were able to put these thoughts together. It's about showing, demonstrating that you viewed the videos and that you were able to have your own self-reflection and critical thinking, and be able to answer the questions accordingly to the details provided in the lectures. Okay? In the past, students that have used AI have failed the course. So I want to be very clear on this. If you have any questions on it, please feel to reach out at any time. Okay? And like I said, I'm not strict on your grammar or anything. There are sites like Grammarly that you can use, but what we are avoiding here is full AI sites like ChatGPT or any of those that you plug in the question and it answers it for you. I guarantee you it's going to be very obvious if you do, and it will count against you. Okay. So that's how you access the syllabus. Now all the instructional materials are right here. So you have the video lectures and you also have the PowerPoints. So for the video lectures, you click on it, you'll see it'll be titled Part 1, and you'll get all the videos that you need to see for that. Okay? You'll see Part 2, and that way there's no confusion on what videos you're supposed to see for each section. And lastly, Part 3. Okay? Here are the course assignments. When you are ready to submit, like I mentioned, you can submit these exams early on. This is where you would submit your exams. These exams are already posted. You can read the questions before you start covering the section, so you can be able to take detailed notes of each question and be able to answer it fully. And the same goes for second exam and final exam. Your article report, while the questions are posted on the syllabus, here are the questions again. And the article is right here. The Day of the Dead, Halloween, and the Quest for Mexican National Identity. And lastly, here are the extra credit assignments. I provide 3 extra credit assignments. They're short articles with the instructions. like this, as I mentioned, this is not required, but if you want to guarantee your A, or you feel you might need some extra help, please feel free to do so. So this is where, let me do a correction here. So the course assignments is where you can access your assignments, like exam 1, 2, and the final, and the article report, and the extra credit. And here we have submit coursework. And when you're ready to submit, this is where you would go. Okay? All right, well, that's pretty much it. It covers the gist of the class. Like I mentioned, if you have any questions at any time, feel free to email me. I will be checking my emails daily. And if you find that you run into any issues, please communicate early on. So I am more than willing to work with you and help you in any way that I can. We do have time limitations on when we need to submit grades. So if anything comes up urgently, please communicate so we can make a plan. All right, well, thank you very much. I look forward to having all of you in my class, and I hope at the end, you'll find some encouragement to travel, try to have different culture experiences, even within our city. If there are restaurants and ethnic food that you've never tried, and it's within your dietary restrictions, explore it, and just be able to have an open mind and a broader worldview to understanding human experience. All right, well, thank you very much, class.